Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday. Last week, during the week, I posted an article on altruism and the idea that being altruistic is a protective factor for mental health. It helps prevent mental health difficulties because when we are of service to others and put others before ourselves, we have a goal to focus on. We have a purpose. Accomplishing something for another person gives us a sense of meaning and purpose in life. And that focus on something else or someone else and serving them or helping them takes focus away from ourselves and our own difficulties and prevents things like navel gazing and being egocentric or caught in our own bubble. So it's important to try and teach that to young children from an early age, and rather than waiting until adolescence or young adult years where things like egocentricity might be much harder to challenge at that point, or old habits die hard. So I've been thinking during the week about some fun ways that we could try and teach that to young children and primary school age children. And they say that charity begins at home. So certainly in my home, and I recommend in your home this weekend, there are things that can be done to teach children within the household to cooperate and to be of service and help to others, putting themselves or their own needs last or second at least. So in our household, one fun way that we do that is through a little game called the washing game, and I'm telling you about this because I recommend you try it this weekend, where essentially what we do is we pile all the washing of the week into the lounge room floor or onto the lounge room floor, and we line up some baskets. There's 7 members in our household, so we use baskets and some chairs, and we get people to divvy up the washing according to each person's basket to some music, to their favourite song. And as that music is playing, they're dancing around and having a great time, and then we stop the music just like we would in musical statues, and at whatever basket they happen to be at, with whatever article of clothing they happen to be sorting, they then stop, put that article of clothing on, and obviously that's might be a sock on their ear or a scarf around their head, or do something fun with it to make it a bit quirky and a little bit wild and outlandish. And then we continue playing the music again, and we go on like that until the song is finished and it's the next person's turn to choose a song or the washing is completely sorted. So by making it fun like that, it's more likely to engage the kids, and through engaging them and making it pleasant, it's more likely that being of service to others, and in that really simple example, just helping mum or dad or nan sort out the huge week's worth of washing, that's a way that they can see that they're deriving benefit from being altruistic, and that becomes implicitly rewarding for them as well. Another example might be having little races in the afternoon to see who's the first person to organise and unpack their bag after school, and whoever is gets the prize of setting the table that night, which we may not think of as a prize. But if we explain that to children in a way where they can be the first person to set the table and choose where the cutlery will go for the adults, or they can put a special flower on the table, or they can do something to make it lovely, then for them it becomes more valuable. So there is a way of elevating the status of everyday chores to make them seem more appealing to kids and getting their buy-in, if you like, so that they're more cooperative at home. And as I said, if charity begins at home, then it's in your home environment that we want to be regularly teaching these skills, getting chores done and having kids help us as much as possible and be cooperative, so that outside the home they are more naturally inclined then to put others first, to be of service to others, and ultimately, as they develop, to be more altruistic. Okay, well, like always with this post, please give feedback, put some comments forward. Definitely we take on board your comments. Last week someone mentioned that they'd like a post on sibling rivalry, so I wrote on sibling rivalry during the week. We definitely listen to your feedback, and in 2 weeks' time we've got our podcasts beginning, the first episode being Understanding Anxiety, so we're very excited to be launching that. The more you share these posts, the more people will be able to access these free resources for families and parents and their children. So all the best, have a great weekend, and see you next Friday. Take care till then.